Good morning, team, and welcome to today's coffee and shake break training session. Today, we'll be looking at how to effectively share the NeoLife opportunity. This is rounding off a three-part series. In part one, we looked at how to share your product and your business story to make your opportunity or product attractive and raise interest with your prospects. Part two, we looked at sharing core nutrition. And now today we're looking at sharing the NeoLife opportunity. And these three aspects are really key at this point. We know that in our 62-year history, never has there been a more important time or a bigger opportunity to be sharing our product and our business with people. People need what we have more now than ever before. So let's look at the components of sharing the NeoLife opportunity. And this is what we call the psychology of a presentation. By raising the level of interest of your prospect, you help them go from 0 to yes. Okay, so what that means is when you first start talking to somebody, generally their interest level is at 0. And as we go through the various components of the presentation, we want to be increasing the interest levels and getting to them to the point where they're saying, yes, this is something that I want, this is something that I need to get involved in. And I'm going to be breaking it down, looking at each section, starting off with the identification. Okay, so that identification, first part of the presentation, extremely important. And these are the points we should be hitting on in the identification. Okay, we want to build rapport and common ground with the person and get your prospect to the point where they're saying, hey, you know, he or she is just like me. I can identify with them. You know, maybe you both have been through a redundancy or a retrenchment situation, or maybe you both are full-time working parents and you can talk about the common ground or the challenges that you guys face. Or maybe you are a stay-at-home mom that is looking for something to do for herself and you can identify with that. But look for areas where you can identify. Or maybe it's just your identification might be because you all have kids. Or look for areas that you can build common ground on. Ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. We know we have one mouth, two ears. That means we should be listening twice as much as we are talking. Okay, so the goal is not to be interesting and to tell them how fantastic our life is. Our job is to be interested. Ask questions and listen to the answers, because by listening to the answers that they give you, they will be revealing their hot buttons. And these hot buttons are going to give you good indicators as to where you should be taking this presentation and what really interests them or concerns them. And these are areas that you can touch on throughout the presentation. So ask questions and listen and look out for those hot buttons. The second area is creating the need. Okay, so we don't transition into this need until we have established this identification, they just like me. Okay, and in the need, what we want to try and get them to do is we want to get them to the point where they're going, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. We want to get them sitting on the edge of the seats so they are ready to listen to the solution that you're about to tell them. And so how would you do this? Well, I would start off by highlighting their challenges that they might have mentioned, the challenges that we are facing, such as rising cost of living, unemployment, job security. Okay, people can no longer retire. People are looking for another source of income. These are just some of the points that I would touch on. And what I always recommend people do is keep your finger on the pulse. You know, read articles that talk about the economy. Read articles that will give you more information that will help you create the need. And also in this part, you might have been in an unemployment situation. You could use that, use personal stories. Maybe you had very little job security, and that is what made you take a closer look at NeoLife. Maybe the rising cost of living and your static income got to the point where you could no longer make ends meet. And that is what drove you to the point to say, hey, I need a solution. And you took a closer look at NeoLife. So really dial up the volume on this one and create a need. And these are just some of the stats I use. And I recommend you go and research and find your own. Make sure the stats that you use are true and you can validate them. But as an example, South Africa had a 29% unemployment rate last year. Okay, I'm sure that is higher right now after coronavirus. In unemployment under 25s sat at 56%. Okay, so people are really priding themselves in a good education. They're getting educated. They're entering into a world of unemployment. A stat released by First National Bank, 56% of middle income consumers in South Africa spend all their money or all their monthly income in 5 days or less after receiving it. So they're getting paid on the 20th, and by the 25th of the month, they have no money. So really use stats and use real life examples. And I know something that everybody is talking about right now. In the last 2 months of March and April 2020, 16.8 million Americans filed for unemployment. In South Africa, that number sits at about 1.5, nearly 2 million people have been added to the list of growing unemployed. If people don't have a way to make income from home, they are seriously at risk right now. Okay, so create the need and talk about things that will get people really listening into you and thinking, oh, I'm in trouble, I fit into this category, I need to listen to the solution. And then we kind of transition to the solution. Okay, and we transition to the solution, and we want the solution to say, okay, well, that makes sense. And this is where I really transition this by making a suggestion. Okay, and I say, and what I suggest you do is you become a NeoLife distributor. You form a business partnership with this company called NeoLife. Okay, and I make that suggestion to them. And I talk about entrepreneurship and the gig economy and how we really believe entrepreneurship is a solution to all these challenges that we've just spoken about. Right now, the health and wellness industry is growing exceptionally fast. 77% of Americans take a vitamin supplement every day. In South Africa, that number sits at 48%. And over the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see that move from 48% to 77%. So there's a massive area for growth. And when we talk about entrepreneurship, you know, the Bible says you can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, or we can teach him how to fish and he'll eat for life. And so we really want to teach people how to fish. We want to teach people how to create their own economy. That is the way forward. A home-based business is the way forward. But then I'll also touch on the risks of business, okay? Because not anybody can just go and start a part-time business. Here's some stats. 5 out of 7 businesses that start will fail within the first 12 months of doing business. Okay, that's not a great number to be part of. On average, a new business will need 750,000 Rand just to survive the first 12 months of business. Okay, so maybe you can go and find some other stats and really just indicate that the challenges of, you know, we believe starting your business is the solution, but there are challenges that come with that. And then we talk about the network marketing industry. Okay, here in the network marketing industry, it's a $192 billion global industry. It currently has 118 million active distributors. Get that, 118 million people have said yes to network marketing. So if anybody says to you network marketing doesn't work, just know 118 million people know that it does work. Over $200 million gets paid out, the equivalent of $200 million gets paid out to network marketing distributors like you and I every single day. $200 million. And here's the exciting part. 43% of sales is coming from emerging markets. Okay, Africa is an emerging market. So we are sitting in the pound seat right here. And you want to communicate this to your prospect. So they think, okay, well, I need to start my own business. That's something I've got to do. But traditional business is very risky. I don't think I want to take the risk. But hey, look at network marketing. There's no risk. There's a low startup cost. Hey, I can get involved in network marketing or involved in NeoLife for the price of 2 or 3 bags of groceries. There's little risk to that, and I can build it from home. Okay, so that's how I would transition into the solution. And now let's have a look at the real NeoLife solution. And up until this point, you don't have to use any slides. Okay, if I was sitting in front of somebody, I'll be drawing this on a piece of paper. But because we're doing everything over the internet right now online, I'm using slides. And this is the first slide I'll be using, and I'll make these slides available to every one of you. And so I suggest you become a NeoLife distributor. You form a business partnership with this company called NeoLife. You don't work for NeoLife. You become a business partner of NeoLife. And NeoLife has a very, very important job to do. Okay, and their job is, number one, they give you a distributor startup kit. And in the startup kit, you have you have products which you can use and feel a difference for yourself. You get your business kit, so you get your training materials, everything that you need to learn about the compensation plan, the marketing plan. You get flyers and brochures that you can share with new prospects. You plug into our training and our mentoring program. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. As a distributor, you immediately get access to all of our technology. NeoLife has invested millions of dollars into technology over the last few years to ensure that we are in a position to do business online from the comfort of our own home. We are perfectly positioned to thrive in a time like we're living right now. As a NeoLife distributor, you get your own website. You get your own NeoLife mobile phone app. And so on your website, you can place orders, you can manage your business in over 50 countries that we operate in. So you can build an international business in over 50 countries, and you can manage that business from your phone or from your laptop through technology. You can place your orders. So you could place an order online, or a customer living in a different city to you could place an order online. That order would be placed online, paid for online. It would go through to our head office. Our processing staff would process that order. That order would go through to our distribution center, who would pack your product into a box, put your box into a courier van, and that courier would deliver it to your home or directly to the home of your customer. NeoLife takes care of all the logistics. They pay a team of scientists millions of dollars every year to research, develop, and manufacture products. These scientists are world leaders in their various fields of study. NeoLife makes sure that our products are world leaders. Okay, throughout our product range, we have unique products that are exceptional, that power our opportunity. And NeoLife deals with the regulations, they deal with the compliance of all the countries, they deal with all the red tape. They take care of that. They take care of the IT, they take care of our sponsorships. We have a world-class marketing team that does all your marketing material online and paper-based. And the reason why I share this information with our distributors is I want them to understand that NeoLife takes out all the legwork of business. And so often we see entrepreneurs start business and they spend the first 6 months to a year. They spend all their money and all their time just trying to get their business started, and they don't make any money. That is why there's such a high failure rate. Now in NeoLife, all these systems are already in place. They're all there. And as soon as you say yes and become a NeoLife distributor, you get access to all of this. And so you can start building a business and making money from the day you join. Okay, so that is what NeoLife does. And NeoLife does their job extremely well. And you also have a job to do. Never do we say to people, just join NeoLife and you're going to create success. No, we say join NeoLife and do the job. Okay, then you will create success. And what is your job? We call your job the 3 daily success habits. We are big believers in habits, positive habits. We believe positive habits will translate into a positive outcome or success. Negative habits will result in failure. That's what life is all about. But 95% of people live a life of mediocrity because they don't understand this. They think that success is created by doing one activity one time or getting lucky. But your success is the accumulation of positive habits you practice in your life over an extended period of time. And your first job is to use the product. We want you to fall in love with the product. The second job is we want you to share the product and the opportunity. And the third job, your third daily success habit, is personal development. Become the best version of yourself through personal development. So let's look at how these activities will grow a NeoLife business. So the first thing is use the product. Now, I can guarantee that you are already using products in your home that you're buying products from retail stores in your home that you could be buying from your NeoLife business. So the first thing we want you to do is we want you to redirect your buying habits, okay? So nearly 50% of people in South Africa use a nutrition product, okay? Instead of buying that from a retail store, buy it from your own business. If you're not using a nutrition product right now, I suggest you start supplementing, because that is going to safeguard your future health. Every home cleans itself, but they use caustic products that are expensive from retail stores. NeoLife has a non-caustic, non-toxic home care range that is green. We've been green for the last 50 years. We can show a family of 4 how to save 3,700 Rand per year on our home care products. Isn't that incredible? And so instead of buying those toxic products, hey, support your own business. And the third product range we have is the Nutrients Organic range, which is a skincare product line that is organic and vegan. It is an extremely high quality skincare range at a at a great price point. Okay, so we want you to use the product because we want you to become a product of the product. We know that we want to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And that doesn't start out there with all the other people. It starts with you. It starts with your children. It starts with your spouse. The second habit is we want you to share your product and your opportunity. And by sharing your product, you're going to build up a retail customer base. Okay, and a lot of people get scary visuals in their head of sharing products and knocking on people's doors. That's not what we're all about. Our goal is to make a positive difference through sharing our product. And we all know people that want to live a life with more energy, people that are getting to the, till 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they want to go and take a nap. They need more energy. Hey, we've got a solution. We all know people that want to lose weight. And not only do they want to lose weight, they want to keep the weight off. Hey, we have the most amazing weight loss solution. We know people who want to play their part in making this world a greener place and want to save some money. Hey, we have an incredible home care product line. Okay, we all know people that maybe have health challenges or health goals they want to overcome or achieve. Hey, we share our product line with these people. And by sharing your product, you'll start to build up a customer base, okay? And I'm talking about a customer base of doing 250 points. Now, it's very important that you don't get too bogged down or too complicated with the points when you're talking to a prospect. We use point value because we operate in 50 countries around the world. Every country has a different currency. As a common denominator, we use points or PV. Okay, what is the equivalent of a 250 point business? I'm going to use a product called Pro Vitality. This is our core nutrition. A box of Pro Vitality is 36 points. So let's say in this example, just an example, you use one box of Pro Vitality on yourself and you go out and you sell 6 boxes of Pro Vitality to 6 customers. Okay, that will give you a business of just over 250 points. Okay, now Pro Vitality could be made up of skincare, could be made up of home care, other nutrition products. This is just an example. And by having a business of 250 points, you'll earn yourself an extra 900 Rand. Not a lot of money, but I recommend that people get out and do this within the first week or 2 of joining NeoLife. How's that money made up? You purchase a product from NeoLife at distributor cost price. You sell it to your customers at retail price. You make retail profit. Because your business does 250 points, NeoLife will pay you a sales volume bonus, a commission basically. And so your commission plus your retail profit is going to equal 900 Rand. Let's take it a step further. You share your opportunity, second daily success habits, share your product and your opportunity. And by sharing your opportunity, you're going to build a team of NeoLife distributors, A, B, and C. Distributors that A, B, and C are more than customers. These are people that say yes to the opportunity. They are individuals that are looking for a financial opportunity that will help them achieve more out of life. Okay, so they join you in your NeoLife journey. And you get working with them and you teach them how to do the 3 daily success habits. You teach them how to use the product. They fall in love with the product. You get working with them and you teach them how to share share the product. And so they, just like you, they build a customer base of 250 points and they make 900 Rand. And your business is now doing 1,000 points. Okay, a 1,000 point business will give you a part-time income of 1,700 Rand. Still not a lot of money, but I recommend people get out and do this within the first month or at least the second month of joining NeoLife. 1,700 Rand pure profit. Let's take it a step further. You continue working with A, B, and C, and now you teach them how to share the opportunity. And so they get out and they find their first 3 distributors who become their business partners, and they just follow the system. They implement the 3 daily success habits into their lives. And A, B, and C, just like you, they now have a business doing 1,000 points. Okay, so A, B, and C are now earning 1,700 Rand part-time. That's exciting. You've just taught 3 other people how to create their own economy and generate an additional income. You continue sharing the opportunity and you find your next 3 distributors and you just follow the system. Okay, and by doing that, your business now does 4,000 points. A business doing 4,000 points is a very important step in your life because you become what we call a director. A director, there's many perks and benefits to becoming a director. One of them is you plug into our elite training program. You have access to more of a compensation plan. But as a director, you're going to conservatively earn an additional 8,000 Rand per month. Okay, that's conservatively. So that translates into nearly 100,000 Rand per year. That's exciting. This is very much on a part-time basis. We're not saying you need to quit your job or your career. This is over and above. Earn an additional 100,000 Rand per year. We know a lot of people that are earning a lot more than that at director level. But maybe that money could be used to educate a child. Maybe that money could be used as a car payment. Maybe that could be used as your nest egg for your retirement. You know, people aren't able to retire today because they don't have the money to retire. This could be a solution. Maybe this could be as a way that you could earn a part-time income. So as a mom or a parent, you didn't have to go back to work. I don't know. You get to decide that. Let's take it a step further. You are now a director. You work with A, B, and C, and you work with them and teach them how to become a director just like you. So you have 3 directors. You step up onto our world team. As a world team member, you get to travel to an exotic location every year. But as a world team member, you'll earn yourself an additional 25,000 to 35,000 Rand per month. Okay, and this is the very early stages of our world team. We have many world team members earning a lot more than that, but I'm going to keep it very conservative in this video. And finally, let's say you work with D, E, and F, and they also become directors. So now you have 6 directors in your organization. You are a director yourself. You step up onto our president's team. As a president's team member, there are many, many perks. We travel overseas twice a year to destinations like Miami, Abu Dhabi, Rome, Italy, many wonderful places. There's many other leadership benefits. But as a president's team member, to start, you'll earn 90,000 to 110,000 Rand per month. Okay, per month. We have many president's team members earning a lot more than this, but I'm going to keep it conservative in this video. So that's how the marketing and compensation plan works. And as a distributor, I want you to understand this compensation plan and be able to communicate and explain it to your prospect so they can understand how they make money. What is the solution to making money through our business? And then the third daily success habit, which I believe is one of the most important, and that is personal development. And how we change is how we succeed in life. And today we need to be better than we were yesterday. And tomorrow we need to be better than we are right now. Life is about progression. And people start this business because they have a goal or a dream or a vision that excites them and they want to achieve. But they need to bring a skill level and mindset, a work ethic that matches that dream. Very often people bring a skill level or mindset or work ethic that isn't at the same level of their dream. That's okay. But we need to make sure that through personal development, we build that up, we build that up, we build that up until it meets, because that is where success happens. If it remains down here, that's failure. And I'm just going to share a personal example with you. When I started this business, I was extremely excited. I worked in the investment banking industry, which I didn't enjoy at all. And then I took a closer look at NeoLife and I got excited because I saw this as a way that I could take my life from where it was to where I wanted it to be. And I took this excitement and I went and spoke to my best friend, who at the time, he also didn't enjoy his job. He had a good job, but he didn't enjoy it very much. And I explained the business to him. My skill level was very low. So I spoke and I spoke. I didn't ask him. I didn't identify with him. I didn't find out what his real need was. And at the end of the conversation, he said to me, well, Drew, I don't know why you would be doing this. These businesses never work. You've got a great career. I'm not interested. Anyway, it was a very negative experience. And I left his house and I felt despondent. I felt rejected. What happens as human beings when we have these emotions, we want to step back into our comfort zone. The first thing that we think about is let's just quit. Let's step back into our comfort zone. But the sad thing is nothing exciting ever happens within our comfort zone. Everything that you want that you don't yet have lives outside your comfort zone. You're going to have to learn something new or learn a new skill or develop a new mindset to achieve that. And I remember getting home that evening and saying to my wife, wow, I don't know if I can do this. This is a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And we sat down and we said, okay, well, why did we start this journey? What was our goal and our dream? What excited us? And then we said, okay, well, will this friend educate our 3 children one day? Will this friend take us overseas traveling on holidays every year? Will he look after us in retirement? Hey, will he help me get out of this investment banking world that I found so toxic? And obviously the answers to these questions was no. And so we made a decision that evening that we would no longer put our future in the hands of other people's opinions. And I want you to make the same decision. There comes a point in your life where you have to stop taking advice from people that are not qualified to give you advice. And that decision has held us strong in this business ever since. Has it been easy? No. The very next presentation I did, my prospect fell asleep on me. I was talking to him, he fell asleep. It was devastating. But I remember my sponsor, my father introduced me to this business, my mother and father. And I remember my father saying to me, Drew, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Develop that skill. And so I made a decision that I would sit down and I would learn how to present this business, and I would get good at presenting this business. And once I got good at presenting this business, it became one of the most satisfying things that I do, because people need what we have. And if we can sit down with them and we can share the solution with them, man, we can make a positive difference in people's lives. And so you probably won't start out great at sharing this business. You're probably going to have some negative experiences. Hey, I'm sure people you love and they're close to you will reject you, will shoot you down, will say no, but that's okay. And when you talk to your prospect about personal development, feel free. It's okay to share some of your vulnerability, share some of these experiences, but make sure you tell them how you overcame them. And when you overcame them, you became stronger because you overcame them. And that it's okay to be rejected. It's okay to have these negative experiences. But if you commit to personal development and ensuring that you develop the mindset that will allow success, developing the skill level that will allow success in this business, developing the work ethic that's going to achieve success. And I want you to know that this business, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it is very simple. And the exciting thing is everybody can do it. We give everybody access to the same compensation plan. We give everybody access to the same product line. The only difference is a person sitting in your seat. Your sponsor can't make you succeed. Only you can make you succeed. Your sponsor can't make you fail. Only you can make yourself fail. So it's very important to make sure that your personal development is on point and happening every single day. And so talk through the personal development with your prospect. And then the final aspect is the close. Okay. And by this point, hopefully you've gotten your prospect to the point where they said, okay, I need to do this. I need to get in. I better get started. And in the close, you want to handle their objections. And throughout the presentation, you might have picked up a few signs, a few things that they might bring up as an objection. Like they might say, I'd love to do this, but I just don't have the time. Make sure you handle the objection up front. And you might say, and so often people need this business, but they say, I just don't have the time. And I just find that devastating, because we all have 24 hours in a day. And time management is truly one of the best kept secrets of the rich. And either we manage our time or our time manages us. And if our time is managing us, then we are going to live a life of mediocrity. And so I'm going to just encourage you to just get a handle on your time and develop the skill to manage your time better. They might have the objection of money, and you can see that money is going to be a problem. Handle that up front. It gets easier when you handle these objections before they present themselves. And so, so often I have people that need this opportunity more than anything. And they say to me, Drew, I'd love to get started, but I just don't have the money. And I say to them, listen, you've probably been working for the last 5, 10, or even 15 years. If you don't have 500 or 1,000 Rand right now to invest in a business, then you need this opportunity more than you realize. And I recommend you make a plan to find investment. Or they might say, hey, I'll think about it. The challenge is when people think about it, they think about it and think about it and they forget about it. And the opportunity passes them by. And this year becomes just like another year, a year just like the rest of them. And so there comes a point where we have to take action. And as a person presenting the business, I really believe one of the reasons people don't succeed is people really have a problem in making decisions. And so we need to help them get started. And if you're doing this on the line, ask them a question. Say to them, hey, so have you got all the information? Are you ready to get started? And let them communicate to you. They might come up with additional questions, which then you can answer them. but you want to get them to the point where they say, yes, I can start this business, I'm ready. And then you say, great, I'm going to WhatsApp you the link so you can join online tonight or right now, and let's get your kit here as soon as possible so we can start your journey and we can help you to achieve those dreams or goals that they've just already communicated to you. Guys, that is how you do a business presentation in a nutshell. Follow those aspects. And why I want you to be aware of those components that make up the opportunity is because when you listen to leaders doing a business presentation, you'll be able to see where they are in the business presentation, and you'll be able to use some of their content and get some of the ideas. But sit down and formulate your own business presentation so you can confidently sit down in front of somebody and present your opportunity. The only bad presentation is the one that never gets done. Okay, team, so any questions, let me know. But that is how you present your business. I hope this training was of value. The best way to get better at the skill is to get out there and to do it and to practice it. God bless you all, and thank you.